In K-pop, timing is everything. Tastes evolve, and fans might not notice a great song at the time, but only maybe then look back later and realize what they missed. A few years ago, I did 2 videos on the concepts of K-pop songs that were timeless and songs that did not stand the test of time. But one thing I haven't covered is K-pop songs that were ahead of their time, and either weren't appreciated at the time or had controversy attached to them that kept them from being appreciated. There are a lot of K-pop songs that may fit this category, and I welcome you all to share your thoughts on the topic below in the comment section. Here's my take for part 1 of this multi-video series, and so let's get started. This is a gay anthem and a cult classic in the K-pop community. The lyrics to the 2016's Free Somebody were interpreted by the LGBTQ community as an empowering song to showcase to the world that while we're all born differently, you can be free and believe in who you are. Remember that this came out in 2016 before K-pop was as big as it is now, before LGBTQ became even more accepted across the world, but particularly in Korea. You could say that this was the start of something great, but many of us suspect that if it came out a year or two later, that it would have been much bigger. You are all lucky that it's no longer Pride Month, or I would have said that this was a crime against gay rights. It's July, and the statutes of limitations tell me I can only say it's a crime now. Indictments are imminent.
Open your eyes, truly open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes.
It is hard to believe that this was a debut K-pop song and one from 2016 at that. This is also a standout track amongst NCT's entire catalog, boasting a future-based sound with hip-hop grooves as they describe it. This song, besides the future-based elements, truly doesn't fit with any particular era, meaning it could essentially be released today with NCT's fame and following and score a much bigger reception and appreciation. With it being a debut, I think NCT needed more time to marinate. And now that the boys are stars, 7 Sense could be a trendsetter. I can attest that the NCT boys are definitely marinated though. Tender, juicy, and extra flavorful. My doctor said I needed more protein, and this meat is making my mouth water. Sellar was unfortunately a group plagued with relentless slut-shaming by K-pop fans because their image was one of women who embraced their sexuality. Well, more at the hands of their company, but they did not deserve the shame regardless. These girls were talented too. Beyond the bold image choices, you find impeccable music and sensuous choreography. Vibrato is hands down one of the best well-produced K-pop songs from start to finish. From the vocals to the instrumental, it bopped, and that's the Dare to Be certified bop. A very high honor. And the videography and creative direction fit the video's message that women can be sexual creatures, but are also exploited for it. Sellar left us far too soon and without the recognition they truly deserved. My partner is a lifer for this group, and I'd have to agree with him about why. Luckily for Brave Girls, who now go by BB Girls, BB, the gays get it. They finally found some recognition, thanks to the YouTube algorithm of all things. They were long overdue, but the stars aligned just in time for them to achieve groundbreaking success on songs that should have received attention back when they came out. 2017's Rollin fell into the Trop House era of K-pop quite nicely, and so it was definitely of the time, and Korea just happened to realize it years later. With Deepened though, it was another Trop House but sensual song that complemented Rollin excellently. It was released a year before, but it was another that was a lonely passenger on the K-pop train. Let this be a lesson for all of you. Pay attention to your surroundings. You never know what's there that could blow up, figuratively and literally.
Smoky girl, smoky girl, smoky girl, smoky girl, smoky girl, smoky girl.
Since I've been in K-pop many years ago, we international fans witnessed MBLAQ as an underrated group that never got the fame and success they so deserved. 2013's Smoky Girl was an excellent comeback that featured solid vocals, a funky and groovy guitar instrumental, and timeless aspects that seamlessly carry the song into any year in the past decade. It was definitely one of my personal favorites that year, and I also really thought it was a shoo-in win for them. But fans were preoccupied as usual and overlooked this amazing song. 2013 K-pop was certainly in a different place. Don't be surprised to see me do a video later this year reflecting on K-pop 10 years ago at this time. I'm one of the millennials, just so you know, and we live on nostalgia, okay? I eat that shit for breakfast.
어두운 조명 아래 또 시작되는 move 우아한 손짓
Another cult classic in the K-pop world, and one looked back on fondly in the LGBTQ community. Taemin's Move actually did not reach the level of notoriety and fame you'd expect when it was released. It never won a music show, and it did moderately on the charts. It was what you call a sleeper hit. An androgynous choreography and fluid moves and grungy beat lived on to be a viral hit. Move is easily one that could have been released years later and achieved more noteworthy success. And let me be clear, you all wronged my Taemin then, and just know that I have already reported you and expect to fight you in the cage match after Musk and Zuckerberg's duel. I will cut a bitch.
내가 울 때 네가 웃는다 완벽하게
Sunny Hill is one of those K-pop groups that never got the appreciation and recognition they deserved, especially for being one of the very few co-ed groups out there for a bit. Their 2011 track, Midnight Circus, was unique in a sea of Gen 2 songs that each had their own flair. It was a different time then in the K-pop industry, and when you listen to the song now, you can hear elements and see concepts that we're seeing in the current generation of music. In other words, it could be released today and fit right in. If you've seen my recent video on what made Gen 2 K-pop so special, this is a solid example.
오늘은 말해 웃지만 말고 대답을 해 돌리지만 말
History is yet another K-pop group who came and went without the wins and notoriety they deserved. They had some amazing songs in their catalog, and 2013's What Am I to You was one of my personal favorites. It had a raw music video showcasing members at their most vulnerable and an instrumental that was timeless. The chorus hook was incredibly catchy.
Tell me your love
If this was released later by any other popular group, it would have succeeded. If you're new to K-pop and are diving into now considered lesser known groups, I recommend History. And if you've seen my SEO videos, you'll know that I've already ranted at how terrible their name is. So just know that the elephant in the room has already been addressed.
사랑해 널 이 느낌 이대로 그려왔던
Another debut song on this list. This is one that ended up gaining more popularity thanks to Girls' Generation's massive success that came a few years later. At the time, though, it was moderately successful. Looking back, it's considered one of the best K-pop debut songs for its timelessness and resurgences in social movements within the country. Into the New World did not get the proper appreciation it deserved back in 2007, but as years have passed, it luckily made up for it and then some. Thank God, or I would have had to start a toxic threads war against the K-pop Twitter stans to get them all riled up and come join the party. I barely have any followers, so who knows what kind of traction I would have.
jealous 시간 없어 jealous
One of my personal top favorite K-pop songs of 2018, SF9's Now or Never, was rudely snubbed out of music show wins and major popularity in the summer. Hell, the group went years without securing a proper win, and this and many other title tracks flew under the radar. Just know that I'm already channeling this pent-up anger for our upcoming cage match. I'm from Texas, I know how to defend myself. But yes, Now or Never added to the group's versatile discography and tackles the dark K-pop niche with its anti-drop chorus, in which are taken from a bright pre-chorus to a jarring deep voice chorus. It's a well put together song that would have done well a year or so later and after SF9's long overdue success. Hey, that's it for today, friends. Share below in the comment section your thoughts on these songs. I'm definitely open to discussing more K-pop songs that fit this topic. Until then, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons for me and check out my other videos mentioned here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.